What's up, boys? This is going to be a very special video for you guys today. We're not going to do any dilly-dallying, right? It's going to be straight value, straight game. And I'm going to be teaching you guys exactly how to master your habits. And why is this important? Well, if you have goals and if you have ambitions or dreams, these are only thoughts. But until you implement the habits, right, the stepping stones to actually get there, your dream physique is just a dream. Your dream career is just a dream, right? But I'm going to be showing you guys how to bridge that gap from just a dream to your actual reality. All right, so let's start off with number one. And it's a 5-step process, by the way. I did not mention that, but we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It's going to come full circle. And at the end of the day, I really want you guys to come out of this with practical steps to implement. Because some guys, right, they'll just give you a little bit of tips, but I want you guys to actually come out of here knowing what you got to do. So let's get into it. With number one, right, you want to start small to build self-belief. So building a great physique, right, building a great career is a long-term process of small, consistent habits that compound over time. It's not about going 0 to 100. It's not about just throwing yourself in the deep end and drowning, right? You want to ease yourself in and make sure that you can swim. All right. So this applies to everyone, no matter where you're at. And going all in at the start, like I was saying, can lead to burnout. It can overwhelm you. But small habits like 10 minutes of stretching, reading for 5 minutes, can help you build self-belief and momentum. Each small win strengthens your identity and confidence, laying the foundation for bigger achievements. And transformation starts with proving to yourself that you can stay consistent. And it may seem silly, to only read for 5 minutes, only read for a page, but believe it or not, these are habits that I still practice to this day. Why? Because I can stick to them. I can show up every day. And within a year, as you can see with this, right, this huge amount of progress right here, but getting 1% worse, right, is going to practically get you back down to 0. So as you can see at the start, it may feel like you're not making too much progress, but once you stick to it, you break that barrier. That's when life really starts to take off. That's when the shreds really start to show. That's when the money really starts to come in. But if you let yourself do the opposite, if you let yourself procrastinate, not do the things that you got to do, not show up to the gym, you're going to go down to 0. So it's all about just building up bit by bit every single day. And the best way to set yourself up each and every single day is through the magic of a morning routine. Your morning routine is a launch pad for growth. Once you master them, the rest of your day follows. And typically, this is the hardest time for someone to get the ball rolling with their day. But the key to an easier morning is to keep your first waking hour as consistent as possible throughout the weeks. The more you struggle to make decisions, the more energy that you'll deplete. And I'll show you guys why that's important in a second. But having that morning routine generates momentum, building up to the brain's peak time for cognitive work, which is in the late mornings. And as you can see right here, this is literally my morning routine that I set up for myself every single day. I don't miss it. Like, there's no reason why I would miss it because it's so damn easy. But it does set myself up in a high vibrational state. So the hard shit that I got to do throughout the day just becomes easier because my mind is set, my body is set, and I'm ready to go. So for example, I'll read a page of Psalms, right? Just one single page. I'll do my hygiene, I'll wash my face, brush my teeth, right? Do some gua sha, do some other things like shaving, minoxidil to grow my mustache, little things like that. But overall, that makes me feel fresh, feel ready to go, feel confident. And then I'll answer DMs, which is part of, my job with social media. But whatever it is that you got to do, you can replace one of these, right? This is just an example. And then on top of that, I'll eat breakfast. And then I do morning movement, which does get the blood flowing and doing something hard, right? Like going outside when it's cold and doing push-ups straight away in the morning, like I said, puts you in that state of high vibration. It allows blood flow to go to your brain. So you're no longer just clouded and have that brain fog in the morning. And one quick tip as well with your breakfast, what you want to do, as you can see with this one, this was before my workout, so there was some carbs in there. But if you keep your breakfast low carb in the morning, that's only going to make you more clear in the brain. So it's very simple, you guys. It's not all about, just having a cold shower and making yourself do that every single morning. Some people do that. But with me, I personally can't get myself to do that every single morning. I want to make sure that it is a little bit challenging, but not to the point where I decide to give up one day, right? So it's a good balance, right? I do have a little bit of challenge with the morning movement, but other than that, it's staple. It's something that I can do as clockwork. And that's what you want to do with your morning routine. Find that good balance. And overall, as you do become more consistent, You can incorporate more things, you can incorporate more challenge. But this shouldn't take more than an hour. Some people meditate, some people journal, and it is up to you what's going to help you the most. But like I said, there's no perfect way to do it. This shouldn't be set in stone for you, but this is just mine so you can use as inspiration and see how it can benefit your own life. So you want to think of your brain like a battery. Think of it as having a limited charge each day. So every decision that you make drains a bit of that charge, and the more time that you spend thinking about what you got to do, right? The more time that you spend on unimportant tasks, the more that you waste valuable energy and become less effective as a person, because you're not no superhero, right? And it's going to be easier if you have systems set in place like this to not even think about, so you just know what you got to do. And that being said, structure reduces decision fatigue by keeping things simple, like planning meals or workouts ahead. And this helps you use the energy on what matters most so you can make real progress instead of convincing yourself that you're making progress doing things that don't actually matter. Number 3, you want to focus on identity over outcomes. You want to focus in this moment on the self that you are building instead of the results that you can see right now, because results are a lagging indicator. The work that you put in today won't necessarily get you the results today, right? It may get you the results in a few months from now, but that is how it works. And that's why you have to prolong the pleasure, the dopamine, to really see success. And building a great physique and the best version of yourself starts with becoming the type of person who trains consistently and eats well. Like I said, it's not just chasing the short-term goals. You have to shift your self-talk to, I'm the type of person who never skips a workout, or someone who optimizes their day for success. If you can do this each and every single day, like I showed you guys, right, it compounds. And the identity that you set in your mind leads to better processes, and that leads to the outcomes that you overall just desire. These small, consistent actions and beliefs shape the person you're becoming and set the foundation for long-term success. Number 4, and this may be the most important as well, because no one is perfect. This is not just a road straight up. It is going to actually look like this. You're going to have higher highs and higher lows. As you build up with yourself, there's going to be days where you feel like you're not moving forward. There's going to be days where you're unmotivated, days where it's even harder than it is right now. But you can't let a bad day distract you from all of the progress that you made. And this path isn't easy. Most people give up when they hit an obstacle, but they don't understand they are still on the right path. And everything is unraveling as it should be. And when you experience a setback, right, instead of seeing it as a negative, realize it is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve your skills and your approach. Understand that time and experience equals knowledge. And you're not going to have it all figured out by just being perfect. That's how you don't learn, and that's how you stay stagnant. Because the times that you grow the most are when you accept your failures and look at them as, hey, how can I do better? How can I move forward from this? So say, for example, you have a pull day set at the gym that you want to do, but hey, if you can't hit that workout, right, if your car stops working, have a pull-up bar that you can hit a back workout at home, right? So it's not the end of the world. So it doesn't throw you off track. Plan for these little roadblocks because they will come up, but the better you prepare yourself, the easier it will be to overcome them. And one crucial tip, a habit becomes routine after you do it twice. But don't allow yourself to fall back into that loop, all right? You never want to miss twice. If you skip a workout or meal prep, get back on track immediately. Someone recently asked me, they're like, bro, Damien, I see you post your losses sometimes. I see you post when you mess up. But how do you just get back on the wagon and keep moving as if nothing happened? And it's super simple. You get out of your feelings and you get back to work. And it's always important to remind yourself why you started. Having that deep reason why, having that purpose is important. If that means having sticky notes like I do right above my head right now that remind me why I do the hard things even when I don't feel like it, then by all means, write them down as much as you can. The more you think about your purpose, the more you think about why you're taking this harder route, the stronger you will be even when you do mess up. So envision your ultimate goal. If that's your physique, envision the ultimate body of yourself, right? The lean, strong, and confident self, your best self. And keep that image in your head at all times. And the more you think about that image, the more you're going to be able to develop a stronger process and in the end, get that outcome that you're desiring. And going back to this as well, most people think it's just going to be a road straight up. It's not. I'll tell you that right now. As you guys probably seen in my Instagram, bro, I just crashed my brand new car, and that pretty much shows like something like this, right? A little dip like that. But that made me go back to the drawing board, that made me go harder, that made me reflect on myself. And that's how I keep moving forward and use these failures, use these hard times as opportunities. Flip the narrative and watch how reality starts to bend in your favor. And one quote that I always love, it's not about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. The most prominent figures have been through a lot. It's just that these areas of their life have been glossed over with success that you see now. So if you suffered a failure, bro, rejoice. Celebrate that failure, that opportunity, because it is setting you up for that next level. But you just have to understand that instead of moving backward, instead of falling back into that loop. So whenever, right, you get knocked down, get back up, keep moving forward. And last but not least, you want to gamify growth. You want to turn this into a video game. And the best way to do that is tracking your progress daily and celebrating the small wins. Every time that I check off one of these boxes with the morning routine, that's a small win. Even if that's brushing my teeth, right? Because it provides a visual representation of your progress, acting as a constant reminder to build your ideal self. And this boosts motivation by allowing you to see your achievements happen in real time. Tracking progress goes back to painting out the identity in your head. It holds you accountable by creating a record of your actions, ultimately making it easier to form and sustain these new habits. Each check mark, right, completed task or streak, treat it as a mini reward. And tracking your habits make progress visible, turning it into a game. You'll enjoy the satisfaction of seeing how consistent you've been, which encourages you day by day to keep going, to keep up that streak, to not stop. Some really good tools as well to make it really easy for yourself is with Notion. So with me and my clients as well, I give them the path to prosperity. And this is a habit tracker, but by all means, make your own. Go on a Notion, craft your own template, go on a Google Calendar, set up your days, time block what you got to do at X amount of time. And this is how you use less energy to think about what you got to do. And now you can just execute. You can even write it down. I see some people journal it too as well. But honestly, I think it's a lot easier to just use the internet because we're on it right now. Why not just use your computer, use your phone? So here's literally my day broken down. And this is actually today as well. So some of the tasks I got to do to move my business forward is make a transformation or lifestyle reel, Loom YouTube video on habits, which I'm literally getting done right now, edit the testimonial, improve my coaching strategy, and get back to my clients. And a to-do list as well, right? I have to set up a tow because like I said, I wrecked my car, revitalize my space, which I did do, got to mark that off, get a passport for Dubai, that's a little trip I want to make happen with my boys. And then some bad habits to reduce. All right, scrolling when I get stressed, that's still something I struggle with. Eating processed foods when I feel down, scrolling on Hinge, bro. I'm not going to lie to y'all. That do be making me distracted sometimes. If you've been on there, you know what I mean, bro. You know what I mean, right? But you want to make it easy for yourself. You want to remove temptations. Keep junk food out of the house and use focus apps like Opal that temporarily block social media and stupid apps like Hinge during your work blocks so you can stay focused. And on top of that, you want to lay out workout clothes and gear the night before to eliminate decision fatigue and just honestly remove that friction from you and actually going to the gym or getting the work done. Optimize your environment toward your goals. Make it easy. And I'm going to actually show you guys my prosperity planner as well. So as you see, this is my Notion template right here. And this shows you every single day, me setting myself up with the planner, with what I got to do. So if I go down here, right, click it, boom, all the things I got to do. Like I said, I did do this. We just marked that off right there. And then right after I stopped filming this YouTube video, I'm going to mark this one off too, but we haven't done it. So I'll keep it unmarked. And yeah, that's what it looks like for me. Like I said, I incorporate it with all my clients. So it's not just like we're getting them to their best physique. We're also getting them to their best self. I have guys on board that do day trading, that do e-com, but they set themselves up for success, make it easy for themselves using this planner. Also on top of that, if I go right here, boom, I can open my Google Calendar, see when I got to hit the gym, right? See when I got to do my calls. Overall, I have my day laid out A to Z, making it easy for myself. And last but not least, you want to make it appealing. Link your habits to something enjoyable to make it more appealing and more rewarding. For example, if you're hitting a hard leg day, it's going to be really good for yourself to get that glycogen in, right? To get those carbs in so you can repair the muscle. But what better way to do it than by having a high carb post-workout meal, right? Like an acai bowl, like sushi, whether you want to have a cheat meal, whatever it is, pair that hard task like hitting legs with something enjoyable like having a great meal after. And you can do this with anything. You can pair a hard day of work with a date right after. Whatever it is, bro, just make it appealing so you can get yourself to do that work, to do that hard thing. But yeah, you guys, that pretty much wraps up my 5-step process to physique and mindset mastery using your habits, using the essential tool, the essential building blocks for your long-term success. And it's not about just, getting rich quick. It's not about just getting a 6-pack in 6 minutes, because, we all seen those shits and those do not work. We seen those courses, right? Those don't work, bro. It's about putting in the work. But this makes it easy. Mastering your habits just makes it clockwork. And like we went over earlier, results are a lagging indicator. You want to base your identity off the work you put in today. A successful day is when you go to bed knowing you gave it your all, knowing you have systems and standards that you fall back on. Because you don't rise to the size of your goals or your ambitions, you fall to the level of your standards. So if you have these systems set in place every single day, that is going to be who you are. So I hope this helps. And if you are trying to level up your physique, your mindset, your habits, to build your best self and the self that actually deserves that success, DM me on Instagram and I would love to see how I can help. Or you can click the link below and you can literally book a call with me one-on-one. But other than that, you guys, I really hope this helped. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos like these that are just straight to the point, showing you guys what helped me the most in my own journey. But yeah, you guys, stay blessed, keep fucking pushing. Let me know your guys' morning routines, how you set them up, and overall, how you implement these tips right here. Hope you have a great, wonderful day, right? Tell your family you love them. Keep fucking prospering. Let's go.